Today, I'd like to talk about psychology and discipline with regard to stock trading. We have to understand that the players are basically divided into two groups. The very minority, very few, they are big players, and we have to understand their behavior. I have already talked about their behavior in my previous videos. The other group, which is the great majority, is the herd. We also have to understand the behavior of the herd. In fact, you and I are part of the herd. And the goal of this discussion is this. We want to learn something about their behaviors so that we can be the smarter group of the herd. Now let's talk about the herd behavior. As you are aware, most people can easily be seduced by irrelevant and dated information. They believe in what their friends say or what the self-proclaimed insiders say. In fact, there are very few insiders. They don't have a historical perspective of the price of a stock that they are buying. They don't appreciate the market fundamentals. Sometimes when they read some narrow news or reports or analysis, they get intoxicated by them. And the behavior of the herd can easily be seen by the fact that they buy when the rest buys. So this is what we call euphoria, and sometimes it's a psychology that they fear that they are missing the boat. And we also see them sell when the rest sells. This is what we call panic. If you want to be smarter than the rest of the herd, you have to learn how to cultivate a self-discipline. The goal of self-discipline, of course, is to minimize your risk and, if possible, to maximize your gain. Whatever you do, you still have to base on one thing. First thing you start out with is the cash that you have. The amount of cash that you have will determine the price of the stock that you can buy and also how much you can buy. And then when you determine the price range of the stock that you can purchase, then you look for the company, which stock is best for you. So this is how the reasoning goes. You cannot diversify. So many people say you need to diversify, but with the limited amount of cash, you cannot. All you need is to focus on one or two companies. In that way, you can get a better understanding of these two companies. And very important, you need to have some reserve cash so that you can recover later, because you may make mistakes along the way and you don't want to just die there. You want to recover. When you buy stocks, remember, don't give yourself the pressure of time. You should try to get the factor of time out of the equation. So no time limit. That means it's not good to buy options because options have a time limit, and it's not good to buy on margin because if you buy on margin, you're borrowing money from the broker, and for each day you cannot sell the stock, you incur an interest, and that gives you a time pressure. Act short term to build the long term. I've talked about this in one of my videos before. Don't think that you are smarter than the big players. You are just following them, but you want to be a smarter person. So you view yourself as just a fox, eating the leftover crumbs from the big players. You cannot be smarter than them because they hold all the cards, they have all the influence, they have all the cash. So finally, you have to learn to be very objective. Don't let emotion get into the way. You have to be calculating. Think about what you have and think about what you want. You have to stay calm even though the stock market is very volatile, and you have to be patient. You just sit there and wait like a fox until a prey comes by.